Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I thought I missed my microphone here. Well, Erdogan and Putin are friends again, 99%. As you probably know, Erdogan, the president of Turkey, visited his friend Putin in Sochi, Russia, and they had some conversations about two things. One is the grain deal. They tried to restart it. And the other one is a gas hub in Turkey to be opened. Therefore, making Turkey a very important player in gas distribution in Europe via Turkey, which is going to be money and influence and importance. So they just met, they had a press conference, and let me show you what they talked about negotiating. And these two were the main things that they discussed. They were not angry, they did not fight, their body language was decent, and let's see. We have this article from Sputnik, and it's Putin says, hopefully Moscow, Ankara will agree on Turkey gas hub soon. Friends will be friends right till the end, right? Queen song. On September 4, Turkish President Erdogan arrived to Russia's Sochi to meet with the Russian President Vladimir Putin. And here it is. I'm quoting, I know that questions on the grain deal are planned to be raised. We are open to negotiations on this matter. So Putin is said during the meeting. Now, there is something to talk about in terms of ensuring security in the region, Black Sea. Of course, we will not ignore the issues related to the Ukrainian crisis. Again, in the meeting, he said that. All right, it seems like this is right there, the arrival. Ram pam pam. Friends will be friends. Okay. I hope that in the near future we will complete negotiations on the creation of a gas hub in Turkey in order to make the energy situation in the region more stable and balanced. And I think this will be beneficial, end quote. So you see how crazy this, how do you call it, Putin is claimed to be, and mad, and he seemed to set aside anger or dissatisfaction when needed to promote his country's interests. So I think that's a balanced way of trying to do business with these guys and thinking, okay, those 4 guys or 6 guys that we released and you had them and you gave them to Ukraine, the Azov battalion commanders, that it seems like the Turks did it without consulting with the Russians, which I'm not sure yet. That was kind of forgotten, or it won't be used in the future in a negotiation process. But nevertheless, it's not like, hey, okay, forget about it. That's a little thing, some weasels anyway over there. Let's look at these guys here. What are we going to do here with a gas hub, with grain delivery? Why? That's a much, much bigger issue than the 4 mofos that will go, according to Russians, will go over there and fight. We fight the Russians again, and probably we're going to be blown up next time. Or if they're going to be captured, they will be released again, I guess. So, this is what he said. Regarding the energy cooperation, Putin said that agreements have been reached between main suppliers and consumers on both sides. So they're ready. The Akuyu nuclear power plant project in Turkey is developing according to its plan. So these guys have bigger fish to fry. They got nuclear power plant built by the Russians and provided with nuclear energy by the Russians, and probably monitored and so on. They have the hub, the gas hub, ready to go, or at least that's going to be ready to go. They got adding another stream, not Nord Stream, South Stream, whatever it is, going to the Black Sea through Turkey. They have the gas, you get the nuclear power plant, you get the grain. They got three things that are more important than those guys. They're going to be probably, as I said, in Ukraine, when they go back on the front. The construction of the Akuyu nuclear power plant continues. Now Turkey has truly become a member of the International Club of Nuclear States after the delivery of the first batch of Russian nuclear fuel. Akuyu, next year, everything is going to according to plan. We will launch the first unit. Woohoo! All right, Putin said in the meeting. So again, Russia is among the first countries that is trying to help Turkey in times of need, including in fight against forest fires and dealing with consequences of earthquakes. Blah, blah, blah. Dear President, you see here, right here? Dear President, you mentioned the fight against fire. So they're back. Case statements from Erdogan, what he said. We are going through a completely different period in relations between Turkey and Russia. Okay, they're going up. We are very pleased that our foreign trade is currently $62 billion and we are moving towards our goal of $100 billion, the Turkish leader said. Of course, I'm quoting, the most important thing is the grain issue, my dear friend. The world is also waiting for today's results of negotiations. I think that a step towards the undeveloped African countries will be very important, Erdogan said. Putin said, we're ready to negotiate, but hey, you got to give us things. So he says, the project on the creation of a gas hub in Turkey is of great importance for Ankara, Erdogan added. Another significant element for us is the creation of a gas hub in East Thrace, Erdogan said. We maintain a high-level cooperation with Russia in the energy sector, especially in the field of natural gas. I believe that we will develop these relations even further. So, switching to national currency in bilateral cooperation between Ankara and Moscow is important, the Turkish president said. So Erdogan is going to even attack the dollar. I believe that the fact that the heads of our central banks will meet here today is important from the point of view of step towards the transition to national currencies in bilateral relations between us. Yes, Erdogan said. So, my friends, we are not good here. So the grain agreement will be agreed between Turkey, United Arab Emirates and Russia, and they will deliver aside from the Ukrainians, probably, because Erdogan has no power to implement the agreements between Russia and the Western countries. That's why Russia pulled out of the grain agreements, the Black Sea grain agreements, because those guys were not fulfilling their part of the deal. So Russia said, okay, after a year, my ass is sore, so I'm getting out. You me enough, so stop. And then everybody's, oy vey, what the hell? We were having a good time. Yeah, you were, but Russia didn't. So, and then there's the grain, then is the gas increases, then is the energy, and is the de-dollarization process that Turkey is going to jump on that boat. So, and remember, Turkey has interest and said that they want to get into the BRICS countries. I think they showed in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization they want to get involved over there. So they are with their asses in, which is good in both sides. That's how you should do as an independent sovereign country. Make sure that your national interest is served first, and then these guys who want to be your masters. So yeah, what do you want? The United States does the same thing, but the United States seems to be independent. I mean, independent in a way of acting and imposing, but as a country, I think there are other people out there, not the politicians. These are just tools, those guys, those interests. Thank you very much for being with me again today, and I will let you know when all these things ends what was decided, and that's going to be probably a bombshell. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.